Yes. Good morning, everyone. Is this a wake-up call? Should we do it again? It is 2 days left of the transfer window, and I'm sitting here in my studio talking to you guys. Exclusively, we're going to talk about what's going on with the Manchester United transfer window. Have Erik ten Hag been giving a bad hand with 2 days left? I mean, understood that Cukurella, are we going cuckoo, has been solved and resolved. That seems to be his preferred choice, left back, to be honest. Personal terms, according to Fabrizio Romano, has been understood to be agreed. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about most likely what I want to do here, focus on talking about the midfield situation, because with 2 days left, a lot of things is going to be moving. We're talking about Gravenberch. We're going to talk about Sofyan Amrabat. We're going to talk about Scott Mctominey and potentially a new striker as well, if there is time in this window. But please, guys, whatever you're drinking, smash a like. Before we continue, I'm going to shout out to everyone that's in this room. Whatever you're drinking, buy me a coffee as well. Have a coffee, have a tea. It's morning, people. It's morning. Let's just have a sip on the coffee and do a little bit of a magic. Let me see who's in the room today. Let's switch the scene to the newsroom, people. Let's go. Let's see who's in here. Give it a good shout. I can see Stephanie Griffiths is in the house saying good morning, Mickey. Good morning, Big Kenny T. Scotty in the wheel. Mick, is this working? Are you seeing me? Smash number 1 in the chat room, because I don't see the chat room moving at all. Am I talking to myself? Are you seeing me? I see there's 30 people in the room, but the chat room is not moving, but we got to continue. Big up to all of you. Let me see. Good morning, Stephanie. I see you. Good morning, Kenny. Yes, the chat is kicking. Scotty says 1. Stephanie says 1. Where are you, people? Where is everyone? Are you still sleeping? I see 30 people. Carlos is here. Big up, Mick and the Manchester United crew. Stephanie says 1. Scotty at the wheel says 1. Oh, my God. Leonardo, hi, Jack. Yeah, there's apparently what I read. West Ham is kind of eyeballing a little bit. We see about what's going on there as well. If you snooze, you lose. You know what I mean? Emmanuel is also in the house. Good morning, Mick. I'm from Nigeria. Big up Africa, Nigeria. Africa is on the rise again. Paul Hogan is in the house. Paul Hogan, are you related to the famous actor Hogan from Australia? Crocodile Dundee, mate. Good morning, Mick. Good morning, Paul. Where are you from? Let me know in the comment section below. Third in the room, chat room, loud and clear. Yeah, I hear you guys. I know it's morning. I know everyone is yawning and tired. David can hear me as well. Number 1, he says, I'm not alone. I'm not alone. Good morning, folks. Good morning. I know the feeling. Like I had 3 hours of sleep, 4 hours. I need more coffee, need more jungle juice to fuel me. So yeah, guys, should we just get right into it? Like, let's do this stretching exercise. Let's warm up, people. Cass is in the house. Cass, let's stretch this sad transfer window. Is it a sad transfer window? Has Erik ten Hag been giving a bad hand? I mean, is he scraping the barrel? Do we have money to spend? The answer will be at the very end of the transfer window, people. We're going to be here for you every day, every morning, and we're going to also sit here and watch along on Friday, basically, when the transfer window closed. And only then we can judge the transfer window. Is it been a good signing? Is it a bad signing? We will have more clarity, people. But right now, it is a race. It is a very sweaty boiling room for the Manchester United football operation team. All right, let's get right into it, people. Are we good to go? Let's see. Well, hang on. Fred is in the house. Good morning, Mick and Fred Jojo from Ghana. Big up, Ghana. Hoping for 3 or 4 more signings. Yeah, me too, my friend. As a fan, I really hope that we get this over the line. Stephanie Griffin saying, Mick is the new motivator. Yeah. All we can do is provide a little bit of energy in the morning. I know it's a sad state of affairs. Being Manchester United fan has never been easy, guys. We all suffered during the transfer window. You know, you recognize it. But guys, before we continue, you know what to do. There's a lot of buttons down here, like, reachable if you want to burn some extra calories in the morning. Just go for it. Like, there's a like, the subscribe. If you haven't joined yet, we are 16,518 subscribers on the road to 17K. Hopefully by this month, we will reach. But it's kind of madness because I started this channel like 1 year ago, and it is insane because you guys are driving this content. You guys are coming here to read, and basically it's all about what Paul Hogan is saying. Glazes out. This channel is all about. Glazes are coming together, unite the fan base, spread a little bit positivity around this this club, and providing a voice of reason. That's what we're going to do. Use your common sense, logic, and reasoning, and dissect what's going on there, guys. Listen, we're going to look what's going on within Manchester United. We're going to scan the ether, and I want to go with one important story, which is Gravenberch, because we're going to talk about the midfield plotting. We understood by Fabrizio Romano that Cukurella is almost a done deal. They are kind of moved away from all the targets. Seems to be like the preferred choice targets. Let me know in the comments what you think about Cukurella. I personally think it's a good signing, barring that people have been slagging him off that he had a shit season last season. But you just have to look at the turmoil that Chelsea had. The sacked 3 managers. Graham Potter recruited him. Cukurella was a graduate from Barcelona Academy, the fine and dandy Barcelona Academy, was star player at Brighton, and hopefully, Graham Potter saw something in him when he came to Chelsea, recruited his star boy in, and didn't really work out at Chelsea. So hopefully there is a play in there. Hopefully Erik ten Hag can get a tune out of him. We've seen the injuries is worse than we thought with Malacia, with Luke Shaw, 6 months muscle strain injuries. So we definitely need the backup, and we need to block also the move for Alvaro Fernandez to Granada. We need the backup. We need to sort of maintain the left side corner as well, and the right back situation as well with Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Dalot. We need at least 2. You know what I mean? We need 2 fullbacks for 2 each position. So I don't see young Alvaro Fernandez going anywhere. Ten Hag has to sort of block this move. If you get a Cukurella in, yes, he will cover for 6 months. But still, if Luke Shaw comes back in, you got to get it yourself into match fitness. Same with Malacia, guys. So let's move on, guys. Let's look at the Gravenberch situation. Let's get this, loan deal out and dusted. We apparently was reported that we put in a bid for £2 million for the season for Cukurella. Chelsea, as per usual, said 7. Silly. I believe like it's going to be like Mason Mount. They will meet somewhere in the middle. Get that done. Bush over the line. Focus on the midfield. That's what we have to do, especially with Mason Mount injured. Like, we are outed. We are exposed in the midfield. Ten Hag was kind of banking on Kobbie Mainoo. Like, we saw that in the preseason, but unfortunately, Kobbie had that nasty injury. He's an ankle, playing on the AstroTurf regarding Real Madrid. So, but anyway, you cannot really bank on a young 18-year-old. You need to have that reinforcement. And according to my opinion, when Ten Hag recruited in Mason Mount in that pivot, it was never meant to just recruit in a Mason Mount. He always had a target on 2 midfielders, and that second midfielder is Sofyan Amrabat. But what's going on with Sofyan Amrabat? We're going to dive into that story as well. Is it a conspiracy? Is it not? Is it happening? I believe so. Let's go right into Gravenberch, because there's some very, very interesting stories developing. Apparently, Gravenberch has put in a transfer request. He wants out. He is asked to leave Bayern Munich at the end of this transfer window. This is massive news, basically. We've seen that development from, Mr. Bayern himself, Christian Falk. We thought it was a loan swap deal, but we've seen that Gravenberch wants out, and Gravenberch wants to play for Erik ten Hag. So we will dive into this story. Manchester could be handed a boost in the transfer window with the midfielder target has put in a transfer request. He wants to leave. He wants to play. And as we know, Bayern Munich, as a club, they are the dominating force in German football. And what they tend to do is to sort of hoover, the vacuum cleaner hoover. You just hoover in all the midfielding talent and just put them on the bench as a display. Dust collectors, they're not getting a sniff. It's a very competitive midfield. To get a game time at Bayern in the midfield, it's going to be very, very hard. So Gravenberch pretty much said, I had enough. I want to play football. Put me on the transfer list, put me on a loan, whatever. So we will dive into this story as well, but let me know what you think. This is a bonus actually for handed to Erik ten Hag. Gravenberch is a player that he fostered, that he brought up since 16 years of age, gave him an opportunity at Ajax. And I know what you're thinking. Well, why is he only going for players that he managed? Well, why not? If you know, you know. If you know the capability of the player, you know that he's going to fit in your system. But he's not the Casemiro number 6 replacement. He's more of that Mason Mount driven type. Like he's more of like a Paul Pogba style, very tall of stature, very good, ball carrier with the ball progression, breaking up the lines. Very, versatile player. But he's not a Sofian Amrabat, and we're going to talk about that as well. But he has absolutely informed Bayern Munich that he wants to leave the club by the September 1st. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, are we approaching that deadline. So there has kind of like, in the transfer market, people, how everything is kind of interlinked with each other, right? That means that we know that, we're going to talk about the McTominay situation as well, because, Thomas Tuchel has expressed interest that he wants to sign McTominay on a permanent deal. So that is a 35-40 million, buckaronis coming back. But there could also be a swap deal, like, we get a Gravenberch, they get a McTominay, and we get a little bit of money for it. It's yet to be defined. But this, according to my opinion, is very, very interesting. Guys, I want to go to the comments to see what you guys are thinking as well, because I do want to engage with your thoughts and feelings. Scotty at the wheel, big up to you. Mick, in all logic and sense, from what I understood, who hired Matt Hargreaves? Was it Glazers who was working for Qatar behind the glaze? I don't know. Morning, Alistair Dirks as well. What are you saying from Cape Town, from South Africa? Big up to you. Welcome. Big up for Africa. Safa is in the house. We get the signings across the line. I'm positive we will get. Thanks for the morning show. Big up to you. Let me see what you guys are all saying. Compost Smurf, happy Wednesday, people. Compost Smurf, happy Wednesday. I really love your doggy picture. That is an Australian Shepherd, by my understanding. Stephanie Griffin is demanding bare minimum is Amrabat. Yes, I hear you, Stephanie. I hear you. We need more. Still looking weak in all areas. Center forward, midfield, and now defense. 100%. Let's get back Ten Hag. I was writing to 1958 and Glazes out movement to say, look, if you're going to protest about the Glazes out, why don't you back the manager? Because clearly you can see that you support the team, you want the right signings. Why don't we just arrange a protest to actually make our voices heard? Like, get this over the line, support the manager, don't throw him under the bus. The manager cannot do much, right? The manager's giving his transfer list. Here you go. Here's my list. Go fetch. Go get it. John Murtaugh. Come on. What you doing? Get it over the line. I'm getting nervous here. I'm getting a brain stroke. It's not Ten Hag's fault, right? It's not his fault that he's been given the injury blow. It's not his fault that, Sofian Amrabat is still there waiting to 2058 to be signed and getting gray hair and, arthritis. No, we want a Sofian Amrabat right now. Get him over the line, people. If you know, you know. Tommy Tuchel is failing out the players already. Yeah. He's not really doing well. 13 likes, people. Smash that likes. Yeah. Well, what about Spursy losing out yesterday? I can see Imposter Coglio. Oh, yeah, he is in the video. Maybe I should just get out of this window, people. We're going to get out of this window. So we're going to talk about Scott Mctominay, peeps. Basically, this is very interesting development. Like, with 2 days left of the window, we've seen developments of a loan swap deal for Gravenberch, but now we have also seen the buying of very interesting Scott McTominay. We've been negotiating a 35 million to 40 million euro deal. This is a very indication that this will be happen according to Bild. And this is also coming from Christian Falk, Mr. Bayern himself. I mean, I'd never dis- discourage Christian Falk when it comes to tweets regarding Bayern Munich. He was spot on regarding Kim Min-jae. He was spot on when it came down to Harry Kane as well. And now will it be third time lucky, spot on with Scott McTominay? Why do they want Scott McTominay? Baffles me. Every manager that managed Scott McTominay has seen something in it. But in German football, they like these tall statures. They can drive the ball, and they clearly see something in him that we have failed to get out. But the ironical thing, they want him as a number six, and he's not a number six, according to my opinion. He's a box-to-box attacking midfielder. What else is coming up? Bayern is very interested in Scott McTominay and would be willing to negotiate a deal. The same stories coming up from Bild. What else is being saying? Well, we have the United stand. We have the lovely Beth there as well. The same stories is coming in. Well, this was on from August 28th. This is what we're talking about, the development of a loan, but now it's more of an in tune of a purchase agreement. I mean, either way, I mean, do you see that this money, it's so important to get in for a Sophie Amrabat that has been waiting, like, Back to the Future. You know that movie? Like, if we go Back to the Future, it's 2058. We can drive back and you can see a gray hair Sophie Amrabat sitting there at Fiorentina and waiting for the call. Hello, it's me. Hello from the other side. I must have called you 1,000 times to tell you I'm waiting. Now, big up for me. Listen, sorry, I'm in a good mood, peeps. I'm in the good moods. Give me a red card. Is it Sophie Amrabat? Welcome to Manchester United. Guys, let me see. You guys can entertain yourself. You see yourself in the chat room. Claire Baines is in the house. Amrabat has to come. Why wouldn't he waited so long unless he would promise something from the club? You are absolutely reading my mind. Mystery. It's a little bit of a clouseau. Like, we're going to debunk that mystery because I smell something that hasn't been reported in the media, which I will want to share with you. Maybe it's called conspiracy. Maybe you said, Mick, whatever you frogs you've been licking or whatever you've been smoking, get off your meds. But we're here to debate as a community and put our logic hats together. Why is it so that Amrabat is not playing with Fiorentina? He's not part of the training. He's training by himself. Why would you do so as a player unless you have something already aligned? Does that make sense, people? Is it so that there is already an agreement with Manchester United to say, wait, we might have put a deposit, we might have a pre-agreement, and this is kind of the crescendo of the transfer window where they're going to pull the rabbit out the hat. Ta-da! Look what we got for you. Mike Ashton, Neil Ashton, they're in the PR spinning like, we got you, Amrabat. You know what I mean? Just call me delusional, but I might think it's got some legs. Morning to you as well, Marky. How you doing? How you doing? Scotty at the wheel. He knows that the players in the mentality, if he fit into this style of play, he wants Ten Hag, has a puzzle in his head to put the pieces in the box, don't match, and he can't cut the corners of Maguire, etc. Yes, Scotty. Yes. We've seen the reports due to the injury galores of God help him, Varane, that this is Maguire's chance. Like, he's been doing his boot camp training, like he's been doing the Rocky Balboa, like, I can prove the fans and everyone that I can still get into this team, and this is his golden ticket. Because absolutely we had him on the line to sell him to West Ham, but due to the injury, this is shambles. I don't say it's Ten Hag blocking it. I see it's more on the football. John Murtaugh said, no. We got to keep him here because we have an injury. For fuck's sake, just get rid of him. Like, and if it doesn't fit the system, why would you keep him for a season? This is your golden ticket. You collect 30 million. Off you go, son. Go to West Ham. I don't know, man. This transfer window is still not over. It ain't over to the fat lady sings. We might see some crazy stuff on Friday. Let's see. Marky is in the house. Are we back in Leonardo? Yes, we are still in the Leonardo race. There was some rumors that came out yesterday. Let me see what Jarvis sent me. Hang on a second, my peeps. There was just a rumor. I'm just going to see what my trusted wingman Jarvis sent me yesterday. Yeah, 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 I said, like, it was coming from Pletensburg. Sky is reporting the West Ham's interest. There was just a rumor. Who knows if Santos just signed a new striker? Santos signed a new striker called Maximilian Silveira. But Jarvis was saying, but if I look into it, I feel something is wrong. All West Ham links to Brazilian players have always been Pedro, which is from Flamenco, and Yuri Alberto. So, that is kind of like a rumor mill speculation, Marky Mark. How you doing in Trinidad and Tobago? Hope everything is fine. Don't worry about a thing. You know what I mean? Let me see. Sachin Brown. I am Sean from South Africa, Mick. Yes, you are Sean Brown from South Africa. Big up Springbok. Big up Safas. Ivo Bosic is in the house as well. Are we a Hoyland injury away from having no strikers in the club? Rashford could be a number 9. I'm scared. Ivo, dobro jutro, Ivo. Nemoj da se bojiš. Be brave, Ivo. Now I'm speaking. I don't know where you're from, but you look like you have a Balkan name, so I can speak Balkan to you as well. Rasmus Højlund, according to my opinion, was not a severe injury. It was a niggle. But I keep saying that, listen to where Ten Hag has to say in the press conference. Just look what Ten Hag is doing. He will never throw in a player to the lion's den if he's not up to scratch, if he's not up to his rules and principle and caught up to the fitness level of the team. So, yes, he brought in a young Højlund, who is apparently very, very fast. Like he clocked the, clockometer speed. He's as quick as Mbappe. So, yeah. So he brought him in, and basically the rumors of him being injured, he's still training with the team. He's getting up to scratch. He's getting up to Erik Ten Hag's rules and principles and the way of play. You saw that what Ten Hag did with Casemiro took him 3 weeks to embed him into the team to start playing. So I certainly believe that Højlund will be playing against Arsenal. Let me know your thoughts and feelings regarding Højlund, because we are playing an Arsenal on Sunday, and I am super, super pumped regarding that. This is the game of the season. Yeah, you love my jacket. Thank you, Ramo. Yeah, thank you. It is basically counterfeit. I'm not going to give you the link where I bought it from, but I bought it from one of those Chinese websites, if you know what I mean. But I love this jacket, by the way. It's looking retro, it's looking schmick schmack. Welsh girl saying, I have a good feeling for Sunday. Yes, you know that song, Welsh girl, like, the Black Eyed Peas. I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. Yes, I agree with you. Does McFly need to go to Amrabat? Yeah. Listen, United, we stand what Sean Brown is saying, Compost Smurf. Listen, there's so many of you. Robert Naish, how can Amrabat wait for 3 months with Man United without put a bid for Amrabat? Just 2 days. Madness. Let's go right into the Amrabat. Let's go right into it. Like, let's do this, peeps. All right? Let's switch the scenes here. And by the way, give a thumbs up if you like the new studio setup. I am currently waiting for my green screen, but this is my new layout. If you can see it, it's looking like this on full screen. I'm gonna, look like this, but on without the green screen, it looks a little bit shady. But listen, guys, thank you for the compliments. Let's get right into this. Well, listen, let's talk about Amrabat. Like, I had Alfredo Padula, my friend, exclusive here, only on my channel. We had a lengthy conversation. If you have missed that exclusive interview, go to the video list, go check it out. It's right there where we spoke about. And Alfredo said, all the fine horses always arrive last, with a smirk. And I was like, what do you mean here? Do you know something? Apparently, what has been told, like, what I understood as well, that, Manchester United, this summer transfer window has been so busy. They were so occupied with the transfer negotiation with the goalkeeper. We're talking about Onana, what's my name? And then, of course, Rasmus Højlund. They put all eggs in the basket, that negotiation. And simply, you don't have personnel enough. So in the transfer window, you have something called intermediates. I'm an intermediate by myself, like a contractor, negotiator. And, for the Amrabat situation, they have been using intermediates in between the clubs. So basically laying down the foundation, the fee, the personal terms, everything's been aligned. So there's something missing here, because if you look at this tweet that come from Pietro Lazza from Italy as well, you know, I believe what Alfredo is telling. I trust Alfredo. He's a friend of mine. Then you have Fabrizio Romano saying the same thing. Then you have the likes of what's his name, Di Marzio as well, right? The Italian sources are very close to Italian clubs, and then you have Laurie Whitwell kind of downplaying it for some reason. Why is he doing so? I don't know, but it's coming out either that this is kind of the transfer madness strategy. And I'm going to educate you a little bit, because we're 2 days left in the windows, and there's glory hunters, then golden opportunities. There's going to be some drama mama here, right? Right. So there might be a strategy here, right? Fiorentina may lower down the price for Sofyan Amrabat. The climate is very tense, and outgoing solution is needed. Manchester United are not impatient. They're not impatient. They're just playing the game and remain potential destination. Atletico Madrid are back in the race. Atletico Madrid is not back in the race. Where it's wrong, because Atletico Madrid had the only reason why Atletico Madrid was interesting to sign and Sofyan Amrabat was because of the midfielder what was his name, Pedri, right? He was supposed to go to Saudi Arabia, but that deal fell through, collapsed. So they're not interested in Sofyan Amrabat. But this begs the question, people. This is what I want to talk to you about, right? I've seen this before, right? Let's pause it a second. Let's bring it back in timeline. Why is Sofyan Amrabat not training with Fiorentina? Why is Sofyan Amrabat not playing with them? Why is Sofyan Amrabat just totally isolation? What do you think? Do you think that the deal is already made between the intermediates? Or do you think that Manchester United has kind of waiting to the final to throw in a cheeky bid to say, maybe we can have you on a loan deal, mate? Or vice versa. It doesn't really add up, right? Why is Sofyan Amrabat rejecting every Tom, Dick, and Harry that's called him up to say, are you interested to play for us? Jurgen Klopp called twice, got rejected. Chelsea asked, he got rejected. Saudi got rejected. Juve got rejected, right? Atletico Madrid rejected. Do you see what I am leading towards, right? Transfer window and market is a very shady business. A lot of things going on under the hood that we don't understand. Manchester United is, since Erik ten Hag came on board, always kept the cards close to the chest. We don't know half what's going on behind the hood. British journalists and press are sort of guessing or putting like rumor mills out and trying to downplay certain things. Let me know what you think, but I smell something fishy here. I smell something PR-ish. If Romano is coming out for Fabrizio, they say, no, he's still on. He's still Ten Hag's top target. Go back to the recruitment war of Mason Mount, because Mason Mount was never to be recruited as this single midfielder. Mason Mount will work with an Amrabat. With the current situation, I don't think that we are not going in for a midfielder. Højbjerg was just a agent talk, or agent been offering Manchester United. This to me doesn't really add up. The player situation sitting there waiting. He's been promised. There's been reports, been promised direct conversation with Ten Hag. Sit tight, boy. We're coming to get you. Don't worry. Right. I want to hear your thoughts and feelings, guys. I want to hear your thoughts and feelings. Let me catch up with your chat message, because you've been going crazy. Things will be fine, according to Lucky Singh. Good morning to you, Stephanie Griffin. Morning, 𝒂𝒂𝒚. Good morning to everyone. Window is closing on Friday. No replacement. Listen, buy me a coffee. Whatever you say. It's coffee, 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 coffee. I want to hear your thoughts and feelings, what we just discussed there. Gordon, big up to you, Mick. Keep it up. Good work. Thank you, Gordon. Lucky, there's no proper journal. Yes, true. Let me know what you think, guys. I want to hear your thoughts and feelings. We are discussing about the potential situation with Sofyan Amrabat. Instead of me talking, I want to hear from you as well. Maybe I should repeat myself. For me, Sofyan Amrabat I'm getting nervous, yes, because I want this play over the line. I do, but I cannot deviate from the facts. I cannot deviate from what's been reported. I cannot deviate from the trustworthy sources that tier ones are saying the same thing. What I've been hearing as well, right? Um, yeah, please smash a like. Big up for this channel. Yes, Abdullah, thank you so much. Karen Reed is in the house. Good morning, Karen. Top of the morning, whatever you're drinking. It's not a morning until Karen's in the house. Mm. Yeah, remember Gepco? He waited. Yeah, but Gepco was never a target. It was more of a media situation. We got to sign Amrabat, not top four. Yeah. According to my opinion, Amrabat has been the top number one target ever since the summer window. But Manchester United, as per my understanding, the top priority was to replace De Gea with the goalkeeper, then go for Rasmus Højlund, the striker. Then, of course, Mason Mount was kind of the midfielder. That was an early signing because of the domestic window was open. But it was always set to go back to assess the centre back situation, which was kind of the last priority, and then Amrabat, right? And now we have a out situation with Scott McTominay where we can generate 30, 35, 40 million euros or a potential swap deal for Gravenberch. That has been held an extra bonus, right? Or an extra, I almost said an extra bonus. Sorry, Mick, it's too early. Good afternoon. It is good afternoon for Quentin. Yes, good afternoon. Where are you from, Quentin? I forgot. But I want to hear your story. I want to hear what you are thinking. Would you see like Manchester United being cheeky here to come in, string along on Friday to go to Fiorentina? Okay, guys, 20 million. Here you go. Thank you for waiting. I think that they have a pre-agreement already in place. Maybe they put in a deposit or something like a holding deposit. When you put a deposit for your house or something, a holding deposit. It's possible. It can be possible, right? Otherwise, Sophie Amrabat would have gone straight away right now. Screw you guys, I'm going ham. Like, Kenny in South Park. It would have gone, right? But why is he sitting there waiting? Why is he rejecting every phone call to everyone? It doesn't add up, people. Do you hear what I'm saying? It does not add up in my logical mind either. And for me, that works in the intermediate market. I've seen it all happening. I see it all happens, like, and I can see this. I can see this drama playing out to the like Friday window. You know, all of a sudden Manchester United pulls up this magical surprise. This one. Money clicks, 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 clicks. You know what I mean? Anyway, Welsh girl, what are you saying? Hope we get players over the line, and then after the deadline, we get the best news that the Glazers sells. 100% Welsh girl. A big applause for you. Hey, I always said that, the transfer market needs to play out first. Then you have to deal with the Mason Greenwood situation. And then we attack the next, which is the Glazers to sell full sale only. The announcement of the club. But my question is, and this is the mystery in this puzzle, okay? We heard that Mason Greenwood was kind of like, dismissed, but it's not off the book. It's more of a commercial loan, right? Where is it going? It's been dead quiet, right? Nothing about that. He's got to play football, of course. Will it be a make way that he might be going to Fiorentina or to one of these Italian clubs in a make way deal for Amrabat? The mystery plottings, like, I need you all to be the Sherlock Holmes here. Provide me the clues, because I don't have a clue regarding this. Yes, Emmanuel, Mick, you give us hope. But where's Joanna? Give me hope. Joanna, give me hope. Joanna. Yes, thank you, sir. But we need a Joanna here in this chat as well to give us more hope. Besiktas, apparently, Chris Barker. Is it so? Or is it just Besiktas is doing a madness as well, right? Compass Mersive saying, are we getting a Greenwood replacement? Yeah, the Greenwood replacement, according to my opinion, is that the surprise. It is that mystery regarding, Marcos Leonardo. Is this like, Jesus Christ, I'm getting like, I'm getting panic station here right now. Like, even if I'm cool and composed, I'm still a fan like you. Even if I work in the immediate market and I understand how these things work, right? there is also the tricks of the shady business and the PR stunts and all that stuff. There is this backstabbing things, and hijacking can happen at any time. So that's why I'm nervous, right? Is it so that the club makes me mad because they will milk things to the very end, even if they have things lined up. They will just keep the tension going. You know what I mean? Ready? Ladies and gentlemen, it's deadline. We kept that drum roll going. Here's you go. Here's your new striker. Here's your midfielder. Surprise, surprise. Yay, we saved the day. Hooray. John Murta is the hero. You know that story. We've seen it all before, right? We've seen it all before. I'm just throwing it out there. That's just my general feeling as a fan. You know what? Ivo Bosic saying Amrabat was never meant to be used with Mount. Either Bruno or Casemiro have to make way for that. So it makes no sense, however, unless we are going to drop Casemiro regularly. I think that Casemiro needs a backup, Ivo. A fair play for you to call that out, Mr. Bosic, as well. We don't have a Casemiro replacement. You know what I mean? Casemiro is getting up to his 30. You cannot simply play 46 games with Champions League and all the cup finals, right? Amrabat will be ideal to play alongside in a double pivot, when we play at Anfield or City or stuff like that, or even give Amrabat the chance and give Casemiro a rest, because we've seen the injuries galore right now. Last season it was the crazy season I ever seen, and the injuries accumulating right now is based on the last season. We had the World Cup in the middle of the winter. We played catch up 3 games a week. Mate, think about it. Imagine you playing football 3 days a week plus training, and then summer break comes. You only have 4 weeks recovery. Of course you're going to get injured. As soon as you step that foot back into the pitch, everyone that went to US on the PR tour to promote the kids got injured. Not only Manchester United, we saw City. Kevin von Bruyne got a muscle strain injury. It's madness, man. It's madness. And all for promotion, right? I go to the gym and I don't lift heavy every session. Like if I train 4 times a week, five times a week, I don't lift heavy. One day I lift heavy maximum. Next day I recover. You need to recover. Third day I go a little bit lighter, and then I go heavy again. If you know the analogy, if I'm going to lift heavy 5 days a week, of course you're going to have muscle strain injury. You're going to hit a plateau and boom. You know what I mean? Anyway, Dean Henderson will be announcement. Yes, good point. 40 likes. What's going on here? Robbery. Guys, how many are you? You are about 106 in the live stream. Can we get that like button up? I've been up and early cooking this ingredients breakfast for you, trying to pump up the energy so we can continue. Yeah, Lucky Singh is saying Amrabat should be in. Yeah, I remain positive on this one. Again, I remain very positive. I can't put this together like more. I've spoken to Alfredo Padula numerous times on WhatsApp. He said, "Don't worry, don't worry." He keeps saying that all fine horses comes at the end. I look at what Fabrizio Romano is saying. I look at Dimazio, and when it's quiet, that makes us nervous, right? But when it's quiet, that means that people are working, right? I don't know. But I don't want to be that person to say it's definitely going to happen, right? Anything could happen in the transfer market window. I've seen it all before. We report on the weather, but we don't control the weather. Does that make sense, people? Casemiro fitness will improve throughout the season, same as last year. Yeah, 100%, 100% organized chaos. I love that, organized chaos. What's your real good name, organized chaos? Thank you for your chat. Did I miss a super chat or something because I've been talking? I don't know. Please forgive me if I did. Shout out if I did, or if I missed anything, because I've been totally ranting along here. Right here, guys, I am super excited. We've been having a short coming together as a community. Wherever you are from, people, smash a like. Let me know in the comments section there in the chat where you're from. I'm sitting in sunny Sweden at the moment. Autumn is coming. Where are you from? Where are you sitting? Let me know, because we are caring and sharing. Karen Reed is saying no news is good news. Love you, Karen. Thank you. Organized chaos this game. Big hearts. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Give me give me all my roses. Give me all the loving, all the kisses too. Dun, 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 dun. You know that CC Top song. I'm pretty mad. We turned down 25 million for Henderson. What? Not that long ago, we got 15 million plus add-ons. But Compos, at the end of the day, it's all about getting out the toxic players in the dressing room, the stinkers. You know that what I mean? Dean Henderson was like, delusional. Harry Maguire has a delusional head injury. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy to sort of fix something that's been broken. There's a saying, you can't fix a broken mirror. Like, it's never been the same. And Ten Hag's come in here trying to fix what people has been breaking. Like, basically it's mission impossible, because you have Deadwood recruited in all the way from Van Gaal, then you had Mourinho signings, then you have all his signings. What what we're trying to do now is mission impossible, is basically get rid of these players that doesn't fit anymore. They're sitting there collecting the wage bill. And according to my calculation, we have actually trimmed the wage bill down to 14 million right now. So there should be money to be spending, right? That's why I'm positive. Like, to sell to buy is a little bit of a fallacy to me, but when it comes down to the FFP, it's all about the operational cost of the wage bill that you're spending within your means, and wages is part of the FFP, right? So, oh yeah, you're giving me my roses. Thank you, Karen. Thank you for making my day. Um, oh, right. Mark Orbich forgot. No, no, no. We're not going to talk about the others. Guys, respect every content creator. They are what they're doing. But, it's your flavor at the day. Like, if you like the bitter flavor, the negative flavor, you know where to go. If you want more positivity, realism, come here. Tell people others, but I'm never going to slag other channels and everyone else. And Jarvis Cocker, my co-host and wingman, is reporting here that FC Santa just bought a new striker, Maximilian Silveira. So Marcus Leonardo definitely is leaving, but where? Hmm. That's $1 million. Florian Plettenberg reported West Ham is in the race, but still open. Who is Florian Plettenberg? Is that the German Sky Sports reporter? Yeah. City sold James Trafford for 90 million. He's not even made the Premier appearance, so we sold an established number one for the same money. Yeah, it's a joke. I know. I know it's a joke. I know, right? But change is about to happen. We are on a transition. We are on a, we're changing the structure. We are waiting for new owners, and you know, baby steps, baby steps. One step at a time, one game at a time. It's never easy to be a Manchester United supporter. I know, I know, I know. You know, but that's the reason for my channel, right? If I can come here, speak with a voice of reasoning, keeping it cool and composed, put the logic hat on, read what's going on in the ether, dissect and debunk what's going on there. Don't just read the headlines. Read the room. Come here, have a say, engage with this positive fan base community. I think we built a fantastic VR room full of positivity, full of joy, and what there's a saying like you shape your team in the image of yourself. I like to believe that. I'm not sure. I'm not like that, people. But I'm trying to be real. What you see is what you get. So yeah, I refuse to do clickbait stuff. What are you saying, Carlos? Hey, Coke boys. Yeah. Are we going to get Amrabat? Who? Yeah. We already talked about that. Go back in the video. I will not repeat myself. Love this live morning shows. Make it more regular, please. Yes, Stephanie. To be honest, I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for the fan base. I am super busy at this moment. As you know, I work as an intermediate as well. So I'm getting 3 hours of sleep, but I'm dedicated to wake up to deliver this content for you and then go back to work and have a little bit of a nap and then jump on in the evening to do another show. basically, I see this as a therapy session as a fan, but sharing is caring, and I care about my community. So, you know, that's thank you for the support. 10 years of fake rebuild. I promise I will do this more regular, Stephanie. As soon as this transfer window closes, I will have more time, and we are planning big things as well. Like I spoke to Jarvis, I spoke to Phil Standish, United Standish, to do more like morning shows as well. So apparently, like I'm doing everything, graphics, everything. I'm getting the super support from Jarvis. Big up, brother. Big up for everyone. I wouldn't be here without them. So honest to God, we're looking to share the workload. Okay. Yes, I understand. I understand you. I'm not going to read that out. Listen, guys, it's Ivo Bosic, Hoyland, center forward, right, getting Dortmund vibes. Yeah, we are getting Dortmund vibes. Guys, Quentin, what are you saying? Jarvis Cocker, good afternoon. Good afternoon to you, Jarvis. Lucky Singh, whatever you're saying. We will keep the pressure on the club, get this working, new direction. Keep the pressure on Lucky Singh. Glazes out, glazes out. It is green and gold until we announced that we are sold. I hope you understand. I hope you enjoyed this morning show, people. There's been about 150 of you in this live chat. But unfortunately, I have to close the shop. This has been me talking to you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that like button. Let us get us up to 100 likes. In retrospective, don't hit your head on the way out. But see you later tonight, because tonight at 9 p.m. UK time, it is Jay Daly's United Corner. So it's Jay Daly's show tonight. He left United Stand to join us, to be real. So tune into that. I will post the link and the thumbnail later on. But let us be positive. Let us drink more coffee. If you want to buy me a coffee, you know what to do. There's links in the description below. If I missed the super chat, I do apologize. I've been so busy, but give it a shout out to everyone that's tuned in. This has been Mick Ruby from Mufc Realist TV. Peace, love, and don't go banana, because we have Onana. I talk to you later. If there's any further updates, I will jump on and share with you. Thank you for the community. Stay beautiful, people, and don't argue on the socials. It's not healthy for you.
That's all, folks.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching Mufc Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.